Mythic were able to go 5-1 up. Yeah, we saw a bit of a comeback, and then we ended up seeing, RBG being able to take the lead going into the second half. But I think for RBG on their own map, they need to get off to a good start, and they are investing into a fair bit of utility, but it looks like it's going to be quick out of the gates through mid. Do they check this position of Davey? Oh my goodness, no one's checking it, Jay. He should be able to get a mountain amount of kills. Don't tell me he's going to do it again. Oh, he's done it again, Jay. He doesn't find anything. This has happened twice now for Davey.
Demanchu's going to get 2 picks to a 2-on-2. Poland's low now. Dead Wid's going to follow suit with the last frag. And Davey was everything to that mid setup. Everything. And once again, he just can't capitalize on the kills. No silly spinning this time, just with shots from the CT side.
It's happened twice in a series. Oh, Davey. What's going on, mate? That should have been an easy couple of kills. RBG, I mean, they made the mistake of not checking the corner, but they end up getting away with the pistol round. I don't know, Jay. I'm lost for words in that pistol.
Straight in with the Deagle of Adren, trying to turn the tides back to the favor of Mythic in the early game. RBG getting off with a good one there, because otherwise that was actually a pretty good setup on the Mythic side. 2 more picks back. The Deagle comes in from Adren to get Javanchu next, and once again, Mythic can respond with the force back here on this round. Wiz and Pony, now just Pony alone. Adren with 4 kills on the Deagle, and that's a first to the board of the Mythic side.
And that's another anti-eco being lost from RBG. Jay, they've won 3 pistol rounds in this series, and they've lost every single anti-eco conversion. Mythic might even just say to themselves, right, let's just lose pistol on purpose, and then we'll win the next one, and then get ourselves in a better position, because that seems like what's happening throughout this series so far. RBG are really struggling against these Deagle rounds. Adren getting 4 fantastic kills around the ramp position.
Eco for RBG, PT50s, Deagles in. Upgrade pistol round for the T-side camp. And again, it's going to be a situation where one double eco attackers. The lost bonus is gone. Bomb's going to get 2 picks. Pony falls, Wiz falls behind the smoke. And again, RBG just falling apart in these follow-up rounds against Mythic. It seems to be a commonality with this series alone. I haven't seen it too often from them so far in the IEM New York event. Neither in the close qualifier, if memory serves me correctly.
Hexed. He's just got a P250. Davey's thinking about maybe aggressing out through mid. Wouldn't be a bad option with an MP9. But only one player survives, or is staying alive, I should say, for the T side. So not really much more should be found, you would expect. Now, at least a bit of a positive is that all the kills that have come through so far have been with the rifles, so it hasn't been the SMGs to be farming up the money. Finally, there is going to be 1 kill of an SMG. So 2 on the board for Mythic. And for RBG, they could have forced last round, Jay, but instead they went for some light upgrades. They're going to have to eco again, so we won't see the rifles just yet.
And lead gained early by the CT side, RBG. Tech 9's P250s and the Glocks on. No Kevlar, only 1 flash for the PC utility, RBG. Set and ready into their default positions again against the automatics, the 2 SMGs and the 3 rifles. Of course, 1 AK still setting for a trend because he played that from one of the previous rounds that against RBG. That deal 4K and recovered it off one of the dead bodies, and now it's just going to stick in and get as much value out for the Mythic side as possible. He's currently playing on rotation towards CT spawn, coming in to join Katie on the B side defense, which is a good call because that's where the T's are leaning towards.
Good stack coming in for Mythic. Adren just trying to play around this smoke. The flashbang's fantastic for the T's, but it's Katie backing up his teammate as back as possible. Adren's going to be able to drop that bomb and drop that round. The only player going down is Davey over on the CT side. RBG don't get a bomb plant. They don't get any extra money, but it was just an eco jump, so they will be able to get away with a gun round. Do they want to go AWP for Wiz? Doesn't quite have the money for the glass cannon. Well, he would have had money for the glass cannon, but not for the armor too. So instead, Jay, he's just opting to go for the rifle setup with the AK.
And fall by back from RBG. No AWPs just yet. Fast play into the ramp defaults. RBG love this kind of play. Mythic setting in with the utility that flashes over the UMP of Poland. Damage being done to him and Adren very early on, a minimal amount. Right through, damage being returned eventually by the RBG side. The blind shots from Poland and utility being put off the flow. Eventually comes up to a kill for Pony and Walker as they push forward, but look, Flom, he's so far at the scaffold and gets a kill on Wiz. Trade will come through eventually to a 3-on-2. So Davey and Katie left on the defense now, both players rotating to the A site.
A lot of chaos there out from Ramp J. A lot of gunfights coming out from both sides of the party. Mythic have over-rotated to the A bomb site, and it looks like that bomb's going to lean back over to mid unless they want to try and retake some mid control. That is... no, not quite what's going to happen. Just going to be lining up a little bit of utility. Where is this smoke coming in for Hex? It's got to be over towards the A bomb site somewhere, and that's just going to try and sell. They're actually going to get the cross smokes on A. That's a really nice setup from RBG to fake the A bomb site.
Can walk straight into B. Davey is there at the elevator entrance, but Molotov coming in towards Stack now. That's definitely going to get gained up by him. We'll see if he can rotate here to the retake. He can't deny the bomb plant from his position. Needs up, no damage done. I mean, Walker's still low HP, so this is plausible for Mythic. And towards that B site, both players in the back lines. A third back up below bottom of the stairs. And RBG seeing no resistance on the Mythic side. I think that with Katie falling back out away from the CT spawn, they're both going to make the decision to save and look for exit frags. And that's what they'll do. RBG going to get away with a second. And a good fake play. You know, a lot of presence held towards the A site. Smokes came in to sell them on the execution. Walk into an open B site. Free plant.
I think what's important too, Jay, is that rather than just going for the fake, what they actually do is they leave Walker there. Actually, ends up going down to the bottom of the end, but they leave him there to try and sell the fake even more. Because when you see two cross smokes and there's at least one player firing, you've got to think, okay, there's got to be a second player here somewhere. So for Mythic, they don't end up rotating over to B. They just stay on A, and once the bomb goes down, they go, right, let's just look for some extra kills. Hold on to our weapons. And actually, Davey's going to be picking up the secondary AWP, so it seems like Flom's not going to be picking it up this round, Jay.
Straight in first contact on the part of Dren. Ready to fire away towards that alley position. Made his way up to only get shut down. Walco will take some damage for RBG, so that's that much. Smokes on, Molotovs over. The side. Just to take slow ramp control. Flashes in. Pony's pretty far pushed up in the sandbags. No one has checked that sandbag position, so control out for the moment here for RBG. Damage being sustained, but no casualties.
A lot of players, though, at this A bomb site. You can see a play being made by Katie. I think she pushed the B stairs, Jay, to now start wrapping around the A players. There's going to be a backstab coming through, so the T's need to get a bit of a move on if they want to commit to A.
They move up, spray through from Pony, catches Adren, looks back over the alley position where Flom's hiding behind the smoke, makes his peek in, tries to make it a triple. Pony and G Manchu turn it back onto Katie and Flom. So 3v2 scenario, plant can be secured towards the corner, trying to bait in a kill, though AWP fires back. Pony catches that headshot, and Davey is left. Gonna go for a wall bang? No, he doesn't. Gets that bomb plant down on Pony. Flash over, held towards the orange boxes. Pony does not know about his position, so he's checking everywhere but that angle. AWP could be given a chance. 4 by 3. He didn't see him. He didn't see him. Davey hidden back, peeks up, now sees him, now scopes, now gets the kill. Sees that second player as well out in the open. Switches his gun at the wrong moment. Flicks back, lands it. And the last player also at the sandbags. Walco defended against Tap up there. AWP looking downstairs. And Walker just peeks in, gets his headshot, plays patiently, and plays for the third.
Yeah, look, unfortunately there for Mythic, they needed to make a little bit more of a play there. Flom did a really good job of getting a couple of kills, swinging out from that alley position and denying that bomb from going down, but there really just wasn't enough support on the side. Davey makes it as close as possible, turning a 1-on-3 into a 1-on-1 situation. And just not reading the position out to the sandbags, unfortunately. But a force buy is going to come through from Mythic to sort of see if they can put some pressure back on. I mean, for both teams, Jay, you've got to think they lose this round, they're going to get reset.
Look at the aggression coming in again towards this ramp control. RBG have hunted for it most every single round, and Mythic are trying to punish them for their defaults. pushed up so far here. The taps up, the nades through, and RBG now know that Mythic are so aggressive here. Molotov's in the AWP focusing fire. Flashbang coming through. This could be a lot of damage. Wolko will punish Poland. Flom gets a trade. Adren with the SMG will start pushing forward. That M4 playing off angle. Here in the footsteps, Flom goes falling. Do they check it? Do they check it? AK seen, that's a free frag. That's a second kill, and RPG thought they were safe. And Davies supports Adren as he runs out of ammo. And Mythic will claim a force back round here on the CT side.
And I tell you what, this is happening too often where they're just not checking angles. Look back to the pistol round of Vertigo, Jay, where, yeah, we saw the whiffs from Davey, but he was the one that was stuck in that mid-corner, didn't get checked. We've got a very similar situation again now for the RBG camp, just not checking that right corner angle, and Adren's just able to fire away. And what we spoke about, reset, Jay. RBG lose that round. They don't even get close to the bomb site, so no bomb plant means that they're just going to be on some Tech 9s on an eco. A Mythic, they can now start to be able to build up a bit of a lead, Jay.
M4 on Katie, looking downstairs, ready to receive it. Nades on Wiz and Pony. Poland opens things up. Good kill. Perfect through the wallbang headshot. And when that boost is in play, Katie and Poland combining together to mop up the pistols, and the basic eco will be dealt with. 1 on 5 in Manchu. No casualties by Mythic in the end.
Nice cleanup. Nice and easy. You know what is a little bit scary, Jay, is, you know, in the pre-game, before this map, obviously, like the pre-game of the series, we're talking about Hext and what he was able to do. He got off to a pretty decent start over on Train. He was the only player that was actually positive across that whole map. He's currently 0-0 and 7 on their map pick of the Vertigo, starting on T side. Is a bit scary for me.
Another eco coming in, shooting get ripped apart here by the mid control. The rushes coming through for RBG. A 4 on 4. The nades up, damage being done. I mean, there's no real way in. Yeah, bomb dropped. CT's in full control. Further HE's coming down, and realistically, RBG have no chance to enter. They've got upgraded pistols, but Hext on such low HP. Breathe on him and take him down. Manchu first though. Also now last one standing. Flom there with a cleanup and double kill. And Mythic, when they look good on this map, they look damn good. So credit to them.
Yeah, no, their rifle rounds have been pretty impressive, but I think it's been the eco cleanups that have been more so. RBG, I really need to be able to sort of just get a little bit more involved. We haven't really seen much over towards the B bomb site. Haven't seen a massive amount of trying to take some deep mid control and sort of open up that new construction angle. We'll have to wait and see what the game plan is. Adren trying to go very aggressive. Now, him pushing aggressive with the AWP allows his teammate to cross over to get even further pushed up on the stairs.
M4 baby watching out for 2 players. Tony will trade back. Poland looking for a double of his own right, but Wiz there for his own trade. AWP of Adren missing its shot.
Oh, how's this happened?
Behind him. How she got there? Drops that bomber to Manchu. Wiz will try trade with his next kill. It will all be left to Wiz. Now the last player standing, a 1 on 2. Katie, massive position, and RBG just didn't check her.
And it's happened again, Jay. We spoke, like I mentioned, when Adren was posted up aggressive on that angle that someone was crossing over. That was Katie that was able to hide. And now for Wiz, like, he's got the time on his side. That is one advantage, but what can he do with it? 1 on 2, he's on for his 4K. And we saw some really nice trades. We were in a 3 versus 3. Katie was still hidden towards the stairs area. And she pops out and gets 2 kills, stays alive too. Wiz is going to try and bring this round back, Jay. And Adren's now going to try and or at least wrap around to support Katie. Ooh.
King down does not catch. Kill off and might find a flank position though. Oh, doesn't. Katie drops in the end. She catch him in the middle of the air. Either way, there was trade potential in Adren, as you mentioned. Couldn't get that bomb without running into 1 or 2 CTs. And again, what a sequence with Katie as well. I mean, I don't know how they didn't check the position. I mean, I guess it's kind of sort of sealed off, but even then, that's a big mistake to make for RBG.
Yeah, it must have been on like the outside of the railing on sort of the stairs, like a little pixel angle. You can sort of sit in the corner where pretty much they land for the run boost on the T side. Not checking it. Katie coming up really, really big. Fast play into the ramp control, and Mythic haven't brought anyone aggressive to A. They've leaned over to an aggressive mid stance instead.
Nades up again, doing damage to the T side. Wiz and Pony to fall very low. Of course, an eco, for all intents and purposes, a half by more than anything else for the T side. There's rifles in, the Tech 9s, the P250, just trying to see what damage they can do, but unlikely of anything much coming through from RBG. That'd be nice to get a bump on if possible, bolster the money, but Mythic have got this site on lock.
I tell you what, nade damage has been phenomenal for this Mythic side, especially on Vertigo, Jay. We've seen time and time again against these ecos how much damage they've done with the HGs, just chipping away. RBG just down to 4 players, trying to continue their way, maybe a slow walk into this A-bomb side. Oh,
2 players running up to Poland.
Yes.
Flom getting a 3K. Off Bodger perhaps. Oh, Manju's got a deal on for 1 good frag, but that's it. Not much in terms of this round. And you know, the rounds that RBG are getting are just minimal damage rounds. I mean, Mythic are allowed to build up the economy state. Unfortunately, we might have vastly underestimated the reality of Mythic's map up here. Only 1 map played in the last 3 months. Very little information to pull from when it comes in terms of official matches. And RBG now forced to take a tactical pause.
I mean, one thing I should say to sort of think about, Jay, is when you're playing MDL, because obviously Mythic are an MDL level team. For the regular season, they're all best of 1s, right? So, what do you? I think you get to. I think the banning process for MDL is like each team gets to ban 3 maps, and then whatever's remaining just gets randomly selected, rather than like ban. So you'd assume, you know, if Mythic are like a decent Vertigo team, which at least seems to be the case, then probably a lot of the teams that they've been playing in MDL are just vetoing Vertigo, and that's why they're not playing it.
Even so, with RBG being more practiced on this map, I would have thought they would have held contest here on the T side of their favoured half, and Mythic are just whitewashing here on the CT side. Again, towards this ramp default, the CTs will initially be playing up close. Katie in particular, so far aggressive to the stairs area. On B, expecting him to push up towards her, but RBG, no contact established. Katie allowed to peek up, might fetch up a frag as Pony and Katie opening up the rounds here. 1 casualty on the CT side, Flom to fall on A site.
4 on 4. Mythic, we've seen time and time again, especially on this A bomb site, if they don't go aggro early round, it seems like they play pretty passive on A. They don't like to retake the ramp control like some teams do on the city side. And for RBG, they've just given up on this ramp and A commitment. They're now starting to lean into B stairs where they'll have to deal with Katie on the side.
Back at quad, she's ready and waiting. AK ready to receive. Flashing over, several team-fight players. It's easy for Katie, dropping that bomb. Pony will find a trade to return a 3-on-2, making it 2-on-2. Finally coming alive to have a massive impact round. 3 kills for Pony so far. Off to the right-hand side, there's 1 CT, and off to the left entrance. That gap. Smokes down to find some cover. Oh, Pony reads it. Headshot on Adren. Last player standing is here in the smoke. Bomb plant's got to be received. Adren not going to swing out tonight. He'll try for it though. Molotov and Cindy back up underneath the pump. Pony going to do some damage. And Wiz with the AWP holding back, looking for the shot on towards Poland's position. But Pony comes up with the ace. At long last, a 4th to the board of the RBG side. It has taken a while. Mythic getting so many rounds in the interim.
Oh, what a clutch coming out from Pony. I mean, Katie was able to do so much damage on the side. Great spray transfer to get the 2nd kill. Unfortunately, couldn't follow up onto the 3rd. And just this read from Pony, just peeking into Adren and finally ace. What a round for RBG, and that's what they needed, Jay. They just needed to get one on the board, get that AWP for Wiz on the T side, build up a bit of confidence. But Mythic are going back to try and take this ramp control.
Nades on Jumanchu, taking Davey. First to fall. One moving up with the M4. Sees a player in Wolco, trades it back to Even. Still flushed down in this corner, can be isolated, and Pony will be able to get that frag. Wiz comes up with the RBG pick from Poland now. Two standing on the CT side. Mythic. Dren here, close, tagged up. 1 point of health for him. Now needs backup in Katie here towards the A site, and they should be able to realize as well that that's forced the rotations back. I mean, they're hearing those footsteps rotating away. The B site's open, they can get a free plant out of this, so long as Jumanchu can defend against them.
I'm surprised that Katie's even going for this. I thought it would have been an instant save with the Dren's so low, but Katie's been able to work on the edge of this smoke, and with Wiz incredibly low, so with Pawnee, this is still very doable. Katie's now alone. 1 versus 2 clutch. She's on for a 4K. Got a little bit of utility in terms of the flashes, and she can hear the footsteps of them progressing. Katie lining them up. The clutch is going to come through. A quadrant to come out for her, and a 9th round for Mythic.
Wow, Katie just standing up in this map. 17 kills in just 13 rounds. A massive performance from her. Unreal for Mythic. Several players have popped off, and meanwhile there are some silent elements over on the RBG side. You talk about Hex, he opened up the first map with a massive 4K. Now only 1 kill in this entire map. We're approaching the end of the half. RBG have gone so silent here.
Yeah, they really have, and what a response too for Mythic. You see RBG get an ace, and then Katie responds with her 4K. Even the buy from RBG, light on utility. A Galil and a Mac 10 to back up the 8Ks. Now, they've been able to take ramp, and they haven't taken a lot of damage from the nades. That's something that Mythic have been able to do a great job in the past, but they're going to start to at least try and retake a bit of this ramp control. Single flash in for Flom to peek. He got info, but he wasn't able to find any damage.
Dren. So close to the angle of the team side player. Oh, Wolco still gets the kill though. Dren doesn't flick up. AV finding the kill initially over towards the ramp entrance. Pony goes down. Wolco does get David to drop here towards the alley position. Poland burning. M4 spray takes some damage. No kills to return. Plant down on default. Incendiary's going to extend towards Hex position. He's able to get away alive. Poland drops 10 HP. KT moving up towards the site. The smokes are up. And the CTs of Mythic up for the retake here. It's still going to be a tough start with RBG being at the player advantage. Katie into this corner. Mac 10 caught, second player around the corner. Katie just wins every single fight. Now in a 1v2 as Poland goes down. Maps that pop, looking towards the sandbag. Sees one popping out. Wiz will drop her. And RBG will hold the 5th. But how Katie was able to turn that to a 1 versus 2 is beyond me. Incredible fragging prowess from her.
And what's fantastic too, Jay, is that it's Katie the one to step up in a really important match in IEM New York. I mean, she's one of the players on this lineup that you would say is probably one of the least experienced players when you've got players like Flom and Dren and Davey who have played at the highs of, you know, top flight CS at Tier 1 CS. And she's the one that's just having an absolute ball of a time. 19 kills and just 4 deaths. Mythic looking to see if they can get to double digits before closing out the half. Nades out towards ramp. A chaos, but it seems like the T's are going to be able to open up, at least with an opening kill. Now make it 2.
AK continues to wrap up. Jumanchu gets Davey next in trade. Poland and Katie, last 2 players. SMG close dealt with. Katie in a 1-on-5. And I think this might be even a bit too much for her. Sees one head in the back lines, bursting on that Molotov thrown, but I don't think she's going to clutch this. There are a couple of tagged up players, could get those individuals, but in terms of regaining this round, I don't think she's going to get it. Indeed, she doesn't. Hex gets that kill, and we go to a short break in the second half. It will be RBG's chance to fight back.
Just let it go. Gonna do it like this, gonna do it like that. Everybody's on that, gonna do it like been friends for a long time now. Always have a good time whenever we go out. But you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me junk and you wanna talk, but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. It doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why. Feeling lost like I just want a time back time. I'm choked up, tell me how do I say this right? Cause you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me drunk and you wanna talk, but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't.
Well, Mythic lead the charge going into the T side. RBG definitely not having their day on what is statistically their favorite half. So I wonder if this is going to be the end of their road in this series, an important series as well. The loser will go down 0-3 in this group stage. So it's very important for both sides to get a win, especially they have a chance to do so. Mythic just need themselves a good 6 rounds to get to that match point first. Over to the CT half. RBG taking the passive angles of the defaults coming in towards ramp for Mythic for the moment. The Glock's in play. Utility set and ready. They can secure themselves a free bomb plant if they don't get challenged. And indeed, RBG are just setting themselves up for this retake.
Yeah, retake set up out for the CT side. Davey faking out the bomb plan to try and draw in the utility. That's exactly what happens. The nade actually goes onto Flom's position to do a hell of a lot of damage, but they have been able to get the bomb down in a 5 versus 5.
Glock up, Pony takes out Katie for a kill. 4 players standing for the T side now. A big fragment to lose as well in the early part of this pistol. Mythic, Flom and Dren facing in from the contact positions again. Try and bait them in towards this alley position. Gets Hex to fall next. Wiz gets tagged up. Jamanchu on the bomb right now being faced in Wolko.
Oh!
Flom gets Wiz to fall and they force him off the bomb now. Wolko last player standing. And Poland gonna get the final frag of the round. Dren with a 3K. Poland with a knife kill and a massive pistol for Mythic.
Alrighty, well, you saw for RBG, what they wanted to try and do there, Jay, on that retake, was just create firefights. And what that was supposed to allow was someone to get onto the bomb and get that defuse. We saw the knife coming through, defuser gone and dealt with. 10 rounds on the board for Mythic, and RBG, they went for the retake setup. Unfortunately, though, they weren't able to pull it back. And you spoke about sort of the 6 rounds Jay needed to get to 15. Now it's only 5. The task is getting a little bit easier. A force buy coming through for RBG. Wiz has been able to land a shot. He's looking for more. That's a big kill to be found.
2-for-1 trades on the CT campus. This time they need to do onto Mythic or the pistol conversions. We saw the pistols usually go the way of RBG when they had them, and the force buys went the way of Mythic. A 4v3 scenario for the CT camp, looking to try hold their own. Davey falls next against Hex now. The bomb picked up for Poland. AK upgrade is available. The Flom's got to try and find the entries as Mythic have been forced down to a 4v2 scenario.
They need to molly out this position of Hexed. Wiz slowly starting to rotate in. He's a little bit further back in the side than where his teammate is. But Mythic, they want to be silent. As soon as they use that utility, they've given up the ghost of what's going on here. 50 seconds, util down. They're going to try and go in for the plan.
Scouting for Wiz, sees that contact, unable to land that kill. UMP for Hext in the back lines, ready for 2 players. Random scored contact towards Spray, through Flom, gets the frag back. Scout shot not landing, Pony gets the trade back, and Flom continues to try tap through against the CT forces. Incendiary out will try block his vision onto the site plant. 4K up for Flom if he clutches this. No further presence being shown. No more utility they can throw out here. They just got to take these faces with the Deagle and the Scout. The smoke down will try 421 position. Fake plant once, repositions towards hard cover. Looks towards the right-hand side, that small gap. 10 seconds though. Flom's got to go for the plant in the end. Forces the plant towards one player. Got around the corner against Pony. Staying alive. The plant face in. The Deagle comes up with the kill. And Pony defends the round here for RBG.
Look, nice try there from Flom. He would have just been so exposed, putting the bomb plant anywhere on the site, because the CTs had pushed so far forward that as soon as he tries to stick that bomb, you'd expect the wide swings just to come out. So instead, he tries to fake it, tries to take the fight to them and overextend. RBG winning back around, really important for them too. Means that now Mythic are going to be on a very, very tough eco. They're on a force buy. And we've seen, Jay, every single time a pistol round being won, if it's from either side, there's been a response from the competition, but now it looks like RBG are going to be on the receiving end of a force.
Frags up. Wolco and Pony about to leave their teammates to do all the rest of the damage. I mean, already the B-side's pretty open from here. Rotations incoming from Hex. And Davey up on the stack ready to receive him here. Deagle set and ready. Does the M4 check here? Yes, he does. He gets shut down, though. Flom dealt with by Wiz at least, but Davey's now got a direct line into the B-side for his teammates. Takes that M4 to continue contact. And the force buy about to go stunningly well again for Mythic. So much damage done to the SMG. And 3v2 for this retake set.
Jumanchu catching off a very aggressive Davey. At least Davey was able to do a fair bit of damage. Down to 13 points of health for Jumanchu. And Wiz is coming in the back lines. Now they've got a player into the stairs position. That's Pollen, but he's only on 36 points of health with that CZ. This is going to be a really important kill, but in fact it goes the other way. 2v2.
Trey comes out from K to the Wiz so heavily tagged up. So Frank on the AK kill coming in. 13 HP for Jumanchu. Mythic set for 11 to the T side. Another force buy round going well for them. And I don't know what it is about RBG. It's always these second round force buys. They just seem to completely concede every single time. I don't know what's going on with the guys.
Well, it's happened 5 times now, I think. Because it happened twice on Train in the first half, once again in the second, that's 3, once in the start of Vertigo, that's 4, and then once just there. That's 5 anti-ecos being lost. Like, that shouldn't, 5 of them shouldn't happen in a month. 5 in one game, Jay, one best of 3, and we're only 2 maps in.
It's not looking all that fantastic, I don't think. At least not for RBG, and unless they can get the momentum going here in the second half, they're going to have to suffer another second half decimation from the Mythic side. It's what they did on CT side of Train. They lead by 4. Eco coming through around Jumanchu's M4. Wolco already gone down. Opening kill going the way of Poland. SMG, simple frag. AK starts facing him for KT next. Does not see anybody, however, towards the ramp position. Might catch off this one player, edge of the sandbags. Sees utilizing that gap. Comes up, sees them both. Spray transfer, connects that one frag. Eventually finds the second. Poland steals it away. The Hex and Pony, last 2 standing.
And try and do as much damage as possible. Pony drawn forward. Now Hex is the last one left, playing out in that mid position. They've opened up B. They've opened up A. This should be a 12th round on the board for the Mythic side. It was just a light eco, though, for RBG. So not quite the gun round. Okay, Jay. Like, how do RBG recover this, right? Because for Mythic, they're up 12 rounds. The money line's in shambles for RBG. It's going to have to be another eco to follow. They don't have enough money to go for a full buy investment. I'm honestly feeling like it's getting to a point where it's starting to look unrecoverable for the RBG esports side.
Yeah, with the domination that Mythic have held so far, you must imagine that it probably is going to be the case. I mean, I'm looking towards that next rifle round as really the last chance for RBG. It's not going to come through here. I mean, the money's not fantastic for it unless they fancy a force buy. They're buying some upgrades here for Jumanchu, but nothing major of the investment. But it's that rifle round I'm looking at thinking, right, that's going to be the last chance, the last stand for the RBG side. If they can't do that, then they really have no chance of this one But the situation is looking more and more dire as it stands. Star players going to sleep. Hex still on just 3 kills. He was the man. He was the guy for RBG in that last map, and he's gone to sleep here on the second.
A fast ramp control, nice and aggressive. Davey, 2 Mac 10 kills, make it a third. This is just too simple. Mopping it up. Look what that's doing to his economy. Make it a 4K. Are we going to see another race, Jay? Are we going to see it? Because Jumanchu, well, there's a chance, but, well, Davey, he's going to go hunting for it, surely. Are they going to give it to him?
Letting him go. Mac 10. Oh, shut down by the AK. Flom will deal with it, though. I mean, Davey's still got 3 kills, a Mac 10, a Quadra overall, and plenty of money to get ball down into him. Poland and Drennan could have rebuy and upgrade their SMGs to rifles without any sort of risk of their own. Of course, Davey's going to buy up the AK, of course. I mean, he could drop the AWP as well if he wanted to. Mythic have got all the options here. And again, RBG back on the buy-ups. AWP in for Wiz, M4s across the board. They need to make their stand now. If they don't, I think it's done.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Jay. There's so much economy built up on this Mythic side. RBG need to come back in with a good response. Great nade damage onto the T side. A few players incredibly low. Davey and Flom in particular, but Katie's going to try and push through that molly and start to aggress.
KT killing off the first, spraying through on the second. Couldn't quite get the damage done towards opponent to take him down, but fragged on towards them. The Molotovs into those back lines. 2 kills in for the AWP at least. Wiz traded back by Poland. Davey turns around towards Hext. 3-on-2 scenario. Jumanchu, Pony. Now just Pony on low HP. Jumanchu tagged up heavily. Spray up from Davey, gets that kill. Pony, last player standing, 1-on-3. This bomb plant, Mythic. No chance for RBG. Pony just got to save the weapon. I mean, I don't even know what to say anymore at this page. Like, I had a lot of hope for RBG in this map up, but we clearly underestimated what Mythic had been able to bring to the table. This Vertigo, that train, been so good so far for the T side.
Pony, even trying to get hunted down by Dren is the AWP. Oh, the barrel's been seen. Big kill from a Dren. Nothing being saved forward for RBG. They're going to have to eco to play for OT. Surely they can't buy here. There's not enough money to work with. And yeah, look, Mythic, this T side is just looked great. It's looked absolutely phenomenal. We've only seen a single CT round being won from RBG, and that was their force after losing Pistol. But then the force came back from Mythic, and from there, it's just been momentum.
Flom enters to open up the round against Jumanchu. Hex there in towards the corner. They haven't checked it. He gets 2 kills. Adrenaline find the train back to a 3-on-3. That's time stall for the CTs to rotate position, though. And unfortunately, the rifles are too much to handle still. Walker gets a ding down, a kill on KT, but Pony, last player standing. Deagle's up against his position. Tagged up, nearly dropped at 17 points of health. Nade in. AHP somehow stays alive, so credit, but they know exactly where he is. 15 for the Mythic board. Map and match points for the favorites in this series. RBG, 8 match points to get to OT. They've got to buy back in this one, but it's got to be flawless from here on out.
It really does. Def can't make any mistakes. 8 rounds in a row to bring it to OT. And someone on this CT camp has to be the one to sort of raise their hand and say, right, I'm going to be the one to step up. I'm going to be the one to make the play. Mythic, 1 round away from being able to get their first series victory on the board, Jay. And they haven't even taken a single map so far but in IEM New York. This could be a chance for them to get a 2-0. But look at the shutdown from the CT side. This has all fallen apart for Mythic. And now Adren's the last one left. How did we not see more of this?
Good question. Been waiting for this confidence all maps long so far. RBG decimating 4 players in a 1v5. And Adren just left to fall back and save the weapon. I mean, they've got plenty of money, so it doesn't matter what he does at this stage. Hex moving into the back lines, takes that spray, not messing around with knife kills. And RBG with a survivor round. Finally, at long last, it has taken some time to look like this here in this map up. They've still got such a long way to climb back into the game.
And that's the thing, right, Jay, is that it's a long road. It really is. And yeah, you can have a couple of good rounds here or there, but as soon as Mythic get one, the series is done. Look at the AKs, though. So you look at the buy on the CT side and you think, well, you can't get a better buy than this. AWP for Wiz, AKs for the rest of them. It does look incredibly strong. And Mythic are going to try and go quick ramp again. This is what they did in the last round and got shut down for it. This isn't quite the same case, though, this time around.
Only nades on towards the Mythic side, doing some early damage. It looked like they want to play quick in towards the A side position. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they went for. I mean, they are within touching distance of the victory. Spray through, Adren, nades up, Wolko backed up here. HG's continuing to pour in from the CT side.
Oh.
Wow, that's a lot of damage done by utility alone. Good setup RBG for the defensive. Smoke down from Pony as the evades that Molotov. Trying to get damage. Pony transfers to spray. Wilco comes up with two. As Adren and Katie, only players to get picks under the back lines. Davey, last player standing in a 1v3. Does manage to catch Wilco off guard, but a clutch for him. Got to isolate two more 1v1s. Might get given one by the player on the back of the site, but flash is over and they set up the crossfire here. Headshot angle being given up by Jumanchu, but he gets the kill. He gets the round.
Alrighty, Jay. Maybe there's a little bit of a kick in the side of the RBG camp. Pony, great spray transfer for him, get 2 kills. Wolko does exactly the same. The T-side players just have no idea that there's a swing potential. And the money's starting to get pretty weak now for the T-side of Mythic. They lose this, they're probably going to have to eco. And depending if they get a bomb plan or what damage they can do. 15-9. RBG starting to try and bring this back the best that they can.
Sprays up doing damage to Katie. Nades up to try and force her down. She still gets Wiz for a kill though. HP disadvantage and the AWP gets picked up for it. M4 of Wolko facing in. Gonna re-smoke down this alley position it seems. Not take that base in. Not gonna get too overly aggressive against Mythic. Flom will catch Pony for a kill. Poling gets Wolko next. Jumanchu falls following that. And all that remains is Hexed. 1v5 for him. RBG finally break. Finally fall. For 16-9 here on the Mythic side. A 2-0 series for the favorites in the series. RBG, unfortunately, felt like they had their moment there over on the first map of Train, but here on Vertigo, falling apart despite our expectations in this one, Bleg.